Welcome to Lotus Student Mentor channel. In this session, we are going to study nested for loop through star pattern printing in Python. We are going to explain the program in step by step in detail. It is tailor-madely designed for this video. You can understand all types of star patterns through this video. Here, I have taken the example. The example is that we are going to print stars 5 rows equal to 5. What you are going to print, you understand? Yes, this is what star pattern we want output. Okay, how to be, how it comes, rows. Okay, it indicates the row. At the same time, star should be printed 1 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 3 4. All right, that is the output for our. Now there are two things. One is rows. Am I right? Rows are 5. That means how many it will be printed? Yes, we will see. Now rows for indicating there are two loops. One is for rows identification, another loop for printing the stars in that row. That means two loops are required. That's what nested loop. Now for I in range 1 comma rows plus 1, this is known as the outer loop. This is inner loop for j in range 1 comma I plus 1 colon print star end space gap, print whatever it may be, whatever going to be star will be printed. Now the point is that one is outer loop for mentioning the rows, another is inner loop to be printed, stars to be printed. There are how many iteration by iterations we are going to study here. Let us see. We first set the rows 5, which means the pattern will have 5 rows, 1 2 first row, second row, third row. For outer loop, for I in range 1 comma rows plus 1, that means controls the outer loop, controls the number of rows. And coming to inner loop controls how many stars are to be printed in each row. That is what inner loop. All right. And print star end space, that means print the star on the same line with end. We gave the space, no, that space will be printed at the end of the star. Very simple. The next print moves to the next line. This print explains next line after each row is printed. We are going to demonstrate, I am going to demonstrate it. If we remove this print, what will happen? If we remove this end space, what will happen? Very systematically and practically, so that we can understand the nested for loop very easily. Let us see. Now what is the first iteration? First iteration I equal to 1. The outer loop starts with I equal to 1. The inner loop j equal to 1. And here I equal to I plus 1. Then I plus 1 means here 1 to 2. The 2 means 2 will be excluded. What will be printed? 1. Okay. That means 1 star will be printed in the first iteration. Let us see. 1 star will be printed. Printing moves to the next line. This print is there, no, that goes to the next line. That means we are in second line. In the second iteration, what will happen? I becomes 2. The loop starts with I equal to 2. That means number 2 rows number 2. Then j becomes j equal to 1 2. J is less than I becomes here 2. That means I equal to I plus 1, no. I equal to I plus means 2 plus 1 3. 1 to 3 means what is that? 3 will be excluded. That means star 1 and star 2. 2 stars will be printed in iteration 2. Let us see. That is what iteration 2. What is that printing here? Why it goes to the next line? This print moves to the next line. All right. The second line it goes. Then coming like that, iteration 3, third iteration. Similarly, third iteration it goes. Always remember, outer loop controls the rows. Inner loop controls the number of stars to be printed. Here we mentioned I equal to j equal to I plus 1, 1 to I plus 1. If you give I plus 2, then number of stars will be increased. All right. Like that, the fourth iteration goes on. The fifth iteration, now what 5 stars will be printed? How many rows are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Thus it will be. Let us see the practical demonstration of this program. All right. You can understand better. Yes. Now, this is the nested for loop pattern. Just now pasted it as it is. So I typed already without wasting the time. Now rows equal to 5. If you execute it, how it will be? Run. You can type it, press directly F5 also. Yes, 1 2 3 4 5. First row 1 star, second row 2 stars, third row 3 stars, fourth row 4 stars, fifth row 5 stars. All right. The point is that if you understand this program thoroughly, you can draw any type of pattern just by changing the logic. That's it. How the space will be here, end space. If you give starting space, all the spaces, start space and all, then gaps will come. Suppose, as I mentioned, why it is so important, this end space. I remove end space. What will happen? Okay. Now what will happen? Control S, F5 run. Then you see the spaces. Okay, it goes on vertically printing 1 2 3 4 5. If you give up end space, you see first one, first star, there is no rows. Okay, space should be there, no? Now just end space. This end space important is, you see how it will be. Maintain the line by line spaces. Now you run. Yes, how it will be printed. End space is so important to be printed like that. If you want to be vertically printing, you have to remove it. Suppose I want to change, suppose print, I make it this one as a comment, nothing. We are working, we are not. I remove this. How it will be printed, you see. Okay. Now, yes, all are horizontally printed. How many stars are there? It is 1 2 3 4. You see the number of stars here. 1 plus 2 3 plus 3 6 plus 4 10, 10 plus 5 15. 3 plus 2 5. Yes, these 15 stars are printed horizontally. What we need? We need this form. In this form means you have to go for next line. That's why this print is important. Okay, you see this print is there, no? This statement is important to form the new line. New line, if it is not there, it will be horizontally printed. Now if you see, we make it, how it is printed, 1 2 3 4. You understand? Now you can do all experiments how it will be printed. That is up to you. We can do I equal to I plus 3. We can make it so that rows are 10 rows are there. You can see all the stars. Then what will be printed? Just to assume it, to understand. 1 star, then I equal to I plus 3 means each first starting will be first row. First row will be, what is the single star? Okay, how many stars will be there? First row. I plus 3 means 4. 1 to 4 means 3 stars will be printed in the starting row. That's what we understood here. Let us see how it is. First starting 3 stars, then increase it 3 plus 1, 4 plus. Yes, see, this is the what, up to how many rows? We have given 10 rows. So you can do so many things. If you give rows are 10, 20, then you can see number of stars will be, rows are 20. It will be more and more. You can do all the things. The pattern can be triangular pattern, stat pattern, all the things. But all patterns, star patterns, output program is based on this program. If you understand thoroughly, nested for loop, pattern, star pattern printing, just by changing the conditions for I in range, given the spaces here, rows, whatever you want, then we can execute. There are 15 types of programs are there on star pattern. Types, but all the patterns you can understand by understanding only this program. Okay, I hope you understood nested for loop pattern systematically. Thoroughly watch, step by step was mentioned here. Okay, no video was mentioned previously like this because I made it iteration step by step, how it will be useful for the for the benefit of the students. If you understand this video thoroughly, if you watch, then you can understand all types of star patterns very easily. Okay. Thank you for watching.